My name is Takora Hill. I am a lupus warrior from Dallas, Texas. I was diagnosed in 2015. Being an African American woman with lupus, to me, is no different than being an African American woman with any other illness. We have to deal with being underserved in the healthcare industry. You know, it's becoming more known that our diagnoses are being discovered sometimes too late. So for me, when I was diagnosed, it became important for me to not necessarily be the face of lupus, but to get the story of the cause and the symptoms and just awareness out there. I didn't want there to be a stigma attached to it. I didn't want women to be ashamed. Those that were supporting people with lupus, I wanted them to have comfort. I wanted them to know that they weren't alone. I wanted them to have people to lean on. I wanted them to also feel supported. So for me, when I found out, I took time away. I took time to myself to get to know who I was as a loopy and just get to know the disease. So I'm glad that more people are learning about it. And not just because it's attached to people like Nick Cannon and Seal and Selena Gomez, but because people like me are out there and we're saying, hey, we need a cure. Hey, we need better options for treatment. Hey, when I have a flare, this happens or that happens. Hey, there are people out there like me that need help. There are also people out there that are suffering in silence, and we want to change that. There are people that you work with every day that are hurting and either know what the problem is or they don't. There are people at your churches. There are people on your kids' school buses. There are people in your kids' classrooms, lunchrooms. There are people that you talk to every day, your neighbors, that are suffering in silence, and we want to change that. Being an African American woman with lupus is just a part of my black girl magic. It made me stronger. It just added to the strength that I already had. It has given me just a little more oomph. I was already an amazing woman, and it added to that. It's given me more of a story. I'm out there and I am fighting for me and every other lupus warrior out there. So while my story is not an easy one, right now I'm hurting. Today I couldn't get out of the bed until 4:30, 5 o'clock, but you're not gonna see it on my face. You know, I'm struggling every day, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, but I struggle so that others don't have to. I'm a strong black woman who has lupus, and that's just a part of my story, but it's not all that I am.